Fire Horse 2026 energy. Ways to tap into the Fire Horse 2026 energy tomorrow. Vlad's post. Got to talk about that. And then Glorilla, the spiritual message that's been coming through for me, dealing with glow. Bill family, with the word dream out here for another one. Yes, sir. Chaos family. Esoteric Mondays. Esoteric Mondays. Esoteric is the unseen realm, the spiritual realm. And as a spirit decoder, I dive deep into the fold of giving you the information that's hidden, giving you the information that's in the background, giving you the information that a lot of people can't see. Essentially, what happens is surface level information rises to the top just based off of people using their two eyes. What I do is I tap into the esoteric energy of it, the deeper meaning behind these distractions of the day, if you will, and give you what spirit is actually telling you is going on. So, hey, I'm excited about this build because, oh boy, that boy Vlad, that boy Vlad did a big one, huh? And he tried to pull a fast one on us, but Dream got you. Now, before we start, we gotta but respect the YouTube system. And I'm gonna give y'all some clues so y'all can stay with me so we can make sure that, you know what I'm saying, when I'm speaking, you get the message clearly. This is tomorrow. This is tomorrow on Patreon. Tomorrow on Patreon, the Divine Horror Complex and Shivatism. This is going to be a fire build, family. Patreon tomorrow. Pull up. Listen, family. Spirit just keeps on giving me more and more plays. I'm going to talk about this one particular goddess that, made a particular statement that I think is divine. I'm going to talk about Alex Cross and the fumbling of that show so far. Hey, I can't make it up. Dream see past all of that stuff Amazon is trying to do. I've been saying Amazon was on that move. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what it is. And I'm going to go into a Fire Horse meditation tomorrow on Patreon. Cypher Tuesdays, 9:30 a.m. Central, family. Pull up, and show out for the God. We're going to dive deep. Y'all know how Dream get. Now, gotta stay in code. We gotta stay in code. So when I'm speaking about Mountain Dew, I'm speaking about them, the Dewish brothers.
Message.
Hey, I can't make it up. Nigga, remember when we was kids, we used to drink that Mountain Dew, or we didn't drink it, and that's so funny. How did we know that at that young age, right? Nah, don't drink that Mountain Dew. It got that yellow 7 in it. And that yellow 7 gonna make your penis shrink.
Sorry about you.
Y'all remember that? My 80s babies, where you at, baby? Where you at? I know y'all remember. I don't know. It must have been in my hood alone. But for some reason, melanated brothers, us black brothers in the hood, we understood that Mountain Dew, anything that had yellow 7 in it, was a no-no. We wasn't fucking with it at all. So niggas stayed away from that shit. Nigga, we had to be 9 or 10. How the hell that's the interesting thing. How did we know at that young of an age to stay away from that yellow 7? That's absolutely amazing. God damn. Hey, I don't know, man. Maybe somebody's dad told the hood and then we just all ran with it or whatever. But Mountain Dew equals them folks. And I'm just telling y'all what it is because you know how these YouTube streets get. You feel me? What's up, y'all? What's up? I see y'all in here. So we got to stay on code. Just understand. And y'all put it in the comments if the people don't really get it. You got me. What's up, Titus? What's up? What's up, y'all? Washington. CC was good. The Mad Me Gunner. Yeah, go down. El Pato was good. What's good, family? Ra, what's good? Let's get it on. So now, boom, let's get right to it. That's it. So we got to tie this thing into sync and understand what's actually happening. Both of these are Mountain Dews. And these Mountain Dews have a code. These Mountain Dews stay in the club. These Mountain Dews, how would you say, got a brotherhood. You feel me? And this brotherhood is bigger than anything y'all got going on in this matrix. I don't gotta read what um, Vlad said. Y'all know what he did on his Twitter post, right? And essentially, that's what it was. Mountain Dews sticking together. So we got to understand how deep this goes, because I'm gonna tell you why they're sticking together and the deeper understanding of this thing. You feel me? But you got to pay attention to the context clues. Look at the pictures, because you're gonna have to decode some of this yourself. Because the last time I posted some of this stuff, they took down the video and they suspended me for a week. YouTube. So now you're gonna have to read between the lines. These two are Mountain Dew's brotherhood, straight up and down. You feel me? Now, let me give y'all some more clues. Hold on. What was it? Oh, okay. I think I did save it. Watch this. So I can give y'all more clues, a whole bunch of clues. And and it is what it is, family. I'm just telling y'all how this thing works. You feel me? Them boys stick together in a certain code. You feel me? And in this particular code, all right, hold on, watch this. In this particular code, they know what time it is. You feel me? So y'all can see that. Y'all see that right there, right? Y'all remember when this happened? Illegal New York synagogue tunnel leads to 9 arrests. 9 out of 100? Goddamn. Goddamn. 9? Only 9? You know that's a divine number, so you know they had to be bullshitting.
Sorry about you.
Straight up and down, they was bullshitting, nigga. 9? Look how many people in the building right now. 9. Hold on, let me scroll down, because y'all might have forgot. Y'all might have forgot. Yo, somebody come on. Let me go ahead and zoom this in a little bit. Yeah, let's zoom it in. Yeah. So remember, they had the tunnels going on. You feel me? Them boys. Now look, and I'm gonna go deeper into the fold. You know how Dream get. They had the tunnels going on in this New York synagogue. And essentially, these Mountain Dews, this stuff went away. It disappeared quick. It should have been the biggest news ever breaking.
Gotcha, bitch.
But for some reason, poof, be gone. You see them hats they wear, they look like magician hats. Where my magician hat at? Because I need to start wearing mine. How these niggas make things disappear. God damn. Where hey, it's somewhere up. Oh, okay. It's in my other room. These boys got the power of the TV, the power of the social media. So now they can make you see one thing and you caught them, but then all of a sudden, walla, 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 Azakazam is gone. These boys is using the fake magic, the one that they do in Vegas and stuff with the tigers and all of that stuff. They're not using the real magic, they're using the fake magic, because again, this is a green screen. This is manipulation, sleight of hand. You feel me? This is Barnum and Bailey, the circus.
Message.
And essentially, what this brother did was hold his brother down, because the attention was getting heavy on his ass. So they're both Mountain Dews, family. They're both Mountain Dews. And look, I'll show y'all a post that actually clarifies this even heavier. Check this out. Watch this. Let me go to my Facebook real quick and watch this. One of these brothers, hold on, let's see. Where is it at? Where is it at? And then look, Vlad came out and said, "Nah, man, nah, people don't understand sarcasm, nigga. I can see past all of the tricks quick. You feel me? I can't even make it up. I said the minute I read it, I said, "Up, I know what that is." Instantly, I said, "Up, Mountain Dew's holding it down." You feel me? Don't worry, you know how Dream get. I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. I got some plays for the family, so y'all know. This is Andrew Tate saying, if nothing happens over this Epstein stuff, you may as well give up on politics. Make sure y'all can see it. Okay, yeah, okay, good. There's no such thing as left and right. There's no such thing as a sovereign nation. There's just ultra wealthy people exploiting the poor to the point where they can get your little girls and do whatever they want to them on an island. Oh my God, I got the evidence for your ass. Listen, family, share this thing up because this thing might, listen, I don't want to even say that to trigger this YouTube thing. Share this thing up because I'm about to show y'all some stuff that's going to be pretty strange with this Epstein stuff and this island and these Mountain Dews. I just showed y'all the Synagogue in New York, and that was just a few years ago. They had tunnels with beds in it. What? Tunnels with beds. Some Anne Frank ass shit. I'm just telling you what it is. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. Yeah, that shit is fucked up. Wealthy people exploiting the poor to point where they can get your little girls and do whatever they want to them on an island. We're going to get back to that island point because that island point is very, very important in the stuff I'm about to show y'all. And all the evidence of it can exist. And instead of there being any repercussion at all, if nothing happens over this Epstein stuff, if there's no mass raids, mass arrests, mass public trials, you may as well just give up on politics. May as well just give up. The system is so rotten, it's never going to be fixed. That was Andrew Tate sharing his thoughts and ideas on the situation. Now, look, this thing is strange, and I don't know what it is that they're siphoning, but essentially, you know, I can kind of assume that we know what it is, right? Because one of our master teachers, Phil Valentine, told us a while ago, right? And essentially, that energy that they're siphoning is bringing them more and more life, if you will. And sometimes we got to look at this thing in a vacuum and understand, right, that some people might not have nothing else after this. Okay. So now it might just be just this. And essentially, if they know that, right, then they have to do whatever they can to live out their reality in this illusionary construct that we're living in. Message. And some of that deals with stealing youths and siphoning their particular energy to, you know what I'm saying, I guess have it some kind of fountain of youth type of thing or whatever, right? So that's what that is, right? We see that and we understand that to the core. Now, and you know, and y'all got to keep on referring back to this so y'all can understand what I'm saying. Mountain Dews, I'm saying these people right here. So y'all put it in the comments for the family that might be a little slow. Put it in the comments for the family that might not even really get it that much. Put it in the comments for the family that, you know, need a little assistance. Because we can't say particular things in these YouTube streets because guess who else is running it? Now, when we think about even Mountain Dew, we're talking about the Caucasoid Mountains as well. I can't make it up, baby. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's happening, family. And I'm just I just got to be as honest as I can be. Now, let's get to it. So, these boys is in the same mountain dudes, right? They're the same. They might as well be looking at each other in the mirror. Shit. You know, it's a good cop, bad cop situation, right? So, Vlad can be the good cop and infiltrate the real ones, right? Which is melanated ones, because we got the real magic, right? Yes. And then there can be people like Epstein that takes and moves the energy and says, hey, I'll be the orchestrator of this over here. Y'all just come. You feel me? And money is non-existent for them because they control the money. So Epstein, there's no dollar amount or anything like that. They just have a situation where everything is ran through the quote unquote system that they built in Hollywood and the churches. Message. Because them churches is funneling in money, right? But essentially it's a scheme because, again, their money is limitless because they're printing it. Message. Straight up and down. So the whole thing is just misdirection, right? Vlad is saying this one thing. Boom, let me put it on them and bring back this energy of this Tory Lanez and Meg the Stallion, right? Especially speaking of Stallion on the fire horse, on the precipice of this fire horse energy. And then speaking of it in the aspect of on the love day, because, you know, the Mountain Dews, they don't even deal with that particular day because essentially it's a Christian motif holiday representing St. Valentine's. So they have another Lover's Day, but they can actually infiltrate with that particular energy of that day and give you something else to pay attention to. Remember, what you focus on is what you get, right? So energy goes where attention flows. So the misdirection is a part of the game down here, right? And people are going to misdirect you into another situationship that happened 3 years ago. God damn. Just so they can capture your mind into that, and then now all of a sudden this thing dies off and dissipates, and then it disappears, and then you look up it, man. What happened to that whole Epstein thing? I said, oh man, hey, you know, saying, hey, I guess it's over now. You feel me? And that's just real. Look, an elephant. And you think of an elephant. Don't look up. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna look up. So essentially, you know what I'm saying? All of this stuff is fake magic. You feel me? The circus, the Barnum and Braley fake magician stuff that they do, right? To misdirect. And then even in the aspect of it being and again, right, they're pushing it over and over and over again because they control the internet and they control the waves. So they can make anything go viral. Even though that was going to go viral, they can push it more and more and more to attract the attention and say, hey, we need to look at this Jay-Z brother right here. And the crazy thing is, let's say Jay-Z wanted to sue. Well, guess what's going to happen? And nah, you can't sue Jay. Hey, look, you want to keep this NFL thing and all of this stuff? You the spook that sat by the door. You infiltrated in. But guess what? We'll cut all of that off. You sue this dude. And Jay's like, nah, this is disrespecting my name. So now Jay-Z got to figure out a way to combat that particular energy that was thrown upon him to be a misdirected lead. And essentially is going to be, he can do it. It's just going to be kind of tough because he's playing, it's basically David and Goliath. So he's playing a game where he infiltrated and he made it to the top, and you can see it in the Super Bowls as he putting in melanated brothers, the rappers, all of that into the Super Bowl halftime. So even this year's Super Bowl, right, with Bad Bunny, which was fire, he still had Coco Jones at the beginning of that to say, hey, we keeping it in-house, melanated.
Message.
So now Jay-Z becomes a huge distraction, and then all of a sudden you forget about the Mountain Dews in this Epstein Island thing. We got to understand that this misdirection is a real thing, and they're misdirecting you because essentially, like Andrew Tate said, they're trying to siphon and take away childlike energy, childlike spirits. And you know what I'm saying? Understand that essence, and I can't even use that word. So if some of y'all that's, old, students of Phil Valentine, you feel me? Go for, maybe y'all could put it in the comments or whatever. You feel me? They taking this essence from these children. You feel me? And essentially that essence is giving them life force energy. And this life force energy could be like a microcosmic orbit type of thing. So in this particular movie, Dr. Sleep, if y'all remember, the True Knots.
Message.
The True Knots. Look at the hat. Look at the hat. I'm just telling y'all what it is. See, remember, there's two different aspects of the Mountain Dews. There's the Dews and the Mountain Dewish. Hey, I'm funny on this thing, boy. What? There's the Dews, which is you, family, yes, and the Dew-ish. The Mountain Dew-ish wear these hats where you can pull out a bunny out of the hat. You feel me? How did he do that? Wow. And essentially, you know what I'm saying? In Dr. Sleep, they showed you what they was on. They told you straight up, look, hey man, we coming for them, the kids, the children. I believe our children are our future. Keep them well and let them lead the way. That boy good. Hey, you see the pictures in this thing, and if y'all haven't seen Dr. Sleep, go watch it again. Remember, it was the prequel. It was the second movie to The Shining. So again, go watch Dr. Sleep again, and look, the children were getting their essence stolen from them. And I just showed you with the hats, right? We got to go back to the hats, right? Mountain Dews wearing the hats, yes, the True Knots. And essentially, it took a melanated goddess, Abra, which is abracadabra, which was the real magic, to defeat the True Knots in Dr. Sleep. I did a whole decode on it back in the day, so go check that out because it was fire. Abracadabra, the black melanated goddess, which she was a teenager, she defeated the True Knots, right, with her real magic, and they had this fake magic.
Message.
So again, what that means is divine feminine energy, melanated goddesses, right? Divine feminine energy in the form of a child, right? Which is, they say in the ancient worlds, it was, everybody was in the space of teenage melanated females, right? Playing games, playing in each other's hairs, laughing, and kumbaya in that particular manner. That's the ancient world. That's the real world. You feel me? The real energy that you're supposed to possess down here is fun, laughter. You feel me? The freedom. You know, teenage girls, they're in their zone, right? Melanated girls too at that. So boom, y'all check out Dr. Sleep and go look at it again. Boom, here go the other shows or movies. Now, Dr. Phil Valentine, shout out to the master teacher Phil. He gave us the Monsters Inc. code, which was fire back in the day. You feel me? And the Monsters Inc. essentially, you know what I'm saying, the monsters coming in their bedroom, needing their screams. There goes Dr. Sleep again, the screams, right? The screams, that's what they were taking. You feel me? So boom, that's one. And y'all know, again, this has got to be coded because you know how this thing works. Wreck-It Ralph was another one. Look at this big ass guy, old guy. He 26. She goddamn 9. Ha. I can't make it up. Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph. See, I ain't gonna even tell y'all what wreck mean because god dang, it's a wreck. It's a mess, right? And then they did it again in Ralph Breaks the Internet. And essentially, if you go see all 3 of these movies, it's gonna blow your mind because Ralph Breaks the Internet was literally saying, hey, how can we find people online? How can we find these kids online?
Message.
Protect your kids on that online, on the internet, to get them to our island. Can't make it up. Speaking of islands, baby. Speaking of islands, here go another one. Sea Beast. The Sea Beast. Now look at this shit. I seen that. I said, wait, what? I said, oh, they got me fucked up in this hole. Goddamn. Listen, I cannot make it up. What in the world is going on? So if y'all seen this, y'all know this was deplorable. This was diabolical. The Sea Beast. He literally took the girl in a red, and remember red is root chakra, right? To an island. And we don't have to decode what beast mean. We don't have to decode what sea means. Sea is basically seeing what you're destined to be, an adventure, going over water, right? And beast, you know what I'm saying? Hey, these people are beasts, if you will.
Message.
So he took this melanated girl over water and look, her handing back the sword while they're on the island. And the sword is your words, but the sword is also can be looked at as a phallus. I'm just telling y'all what it is, family. So this is all part of the Mountain Dew's agenda and their ability to siphon off energy from our children. Because again, like Andrew Tate said, if nothing happens to this guy, or if nothing happens in the bigger grand scheme of the situation with this Epstein files coming out, and hey, you might as well just turn your back on all of this stuff, which you should have been doing because we're out of the matrix, right? And just understand the kind of games they're trying to play in this particular illusion. I wouldn't even recommend y'all watching this. I didn't even watch it. It just pissed me off. I just see it. I was like, okay, now I see what happened here. But no, crazy, man. So now I just seen this video, which I thought was genius, and I'm gonna share with y'all because again, misdirection is a huge play in the powers that be, especially since they got the power of the TV and the power of the social media streets. And misdirection is always a thing because essentially, you know what I'm saying, they can paint any picture because your 2 eyes is going to believe, you can believe whatever you're seeing based off of the information that you're processing and based off of your inability to eradicate that information from your system based off of you having the courage and strength to understand that some of this stuff can be all lies, right? Very important to understand. So let me show y'all this real quick. Let me show y'all this video I seen with this brother. He dropped on this thing very good. Here we go, right here. Check it out.
People are saying Macaulay Culkin, the kid that played in that Home Alone movie, they saying that he said Michael Jackson saved him.
Hold on. Let's make sure I get it right. We got to hear this part. We got to hear it. It's a must that we hear it. Let's make sure we get it right. I thought it was genius. Oh, they trying to play with the video now, huh? Okay, watch how I do that. Now, don't worry. We're going to get it up. We'll get it up. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it at least? Because I could just tell y'all what he said, but they trying to play and say, nah, we're not about to show you this.
People are saying Macaulay Culkin, the kid that played in that Home Alone movie, they saying that he said Michael Jackson saved him from going to that island. Now, if that's true, they know darkness was going to come to light. So they had to flip it and make it seem like Michael Jackson was the one that was, when it really was.
I'm going to get it right, family. Hold on. I got to get it right because, you know what I'm saying? That's an important video to watch. And I ain't going to miss y'all like that. Fuck that. They got me fucked up. See, they can try that shit, but I bet you I get that thing up. Essentially, what the guy said was Mike was the one that was saving the kids from going to that island with his Neverland, Neverland home. And essentially, remember what happened, right? What happened was they said, hey, look, misdirection. They said, hey, look, nah, don't look it up. Why is this strange man having all these people and they had his home? Why? So you got to think, Mike was the biggest thing smoking, right? He was it, right? And he's seeing all the undercover stuff, all the stuff, he met Epstein and all of this other stuff, right? So essentially, Mike with a heart, because he had a heart of gold since he was a kid. He's just been in the entertainment industry. That doesn't mean he was a part of the Hollywood weird tricks, right? Essentially, with a heart of gold, that boy said, okay, here we go. Wait. Let's see it.
People are saying Macaulay Culkin, the kid that played in that Home Alone movie, they saying that he said Michael Jackson saved him from going to that island. Now, if that's true, they know darkness was going to come to light. So they had to flip it and make it seem like Michael Jackson was the one that was, when it really was.
Message.
Y'all reading it? I love Mike, dog. I love Mike. Shout out to Mike. He is the GOAT. So Mike literally created Neverland Ranch in the form of Neverland, Peter Pan, Mike is Peter Pan, to bring back kids' innocence and imagination.
Message.
Remember when you go to Neverland, right? This is where you play. This is where you're in an imaginative process, right? Go see Peter Pan again. And this is where the kids can be kids. They can be free. They can explore. They don't have to grow up. They can pretend. They can imagine. They can have fun. They can laugh. They can be enjoyed. They can be in peace and free of being extracted from an island on a pirate's boat. God damn, this should be getting too deep, boy. He created a whole Neverland ranch. I can't make it up. A whole amusement park, a whole situation to say, hey, look, y'all come here and we're going to protect y'all from these people that's trying to capture you and move you onto an island and take your innocence and take your energy. And then God knows what actually happens after that. See, and I'm just telling you what it is. We don't know what kind of weird, because you got to think, like in our situation, right? We're a loving people, and we couldn't grasp it. Like, what is that? You feel me? Like, we got a soul. We got this particular energy of love, right? That's our first language, right? As we got older and started to get programmed in slavery and all this other stuff, and we fell more and more into the goyim, essentially we got disheartened and our DNA started to pick up on, low vibrational behavior, right? Which is an animalistic thing. But we're not animals by first in nature. We're a spiritual being having an animal experience. But that doesn't mean we doesn't have the love, which is from your heart chakra up. We just fell deeply into the root chakra, into the animalistic urges. And essentially, some of these animalistic urgencies and tendencies can fall into us. Now, I'm not saying that is us. What I'm saying is we got to look at these evil kind of spirits and understanding that they might just be animals by nature. God damn. You feel me? And just observe it and say, why are y'all doing that? Like, what is that? You feel me? Like, what is that? Like, what is that for real? I even thought about that even when we talk about extracting some of our spiritual conscious teachers or whatever this internet thing wanted to do, when we look at them and be like, damn, it's all these Dr. Yorkian students are falling into the same kind of conundrum. Just telling you what it is, family. What? We got to be real. What is that? Why are they doing this? You be like, damn, him too? Damn, him too? Damn, you too? Damn. What is up with these little kids? I'm just saying, nigga, we got to be real. And being real is sometimes going to shift your consciousness into a new, because we got to look at this thing in a vacuum and understand, like, what are they trying to do and why are they stealing these young kids' innocence? So Michael Jackson was an angel, right? He was Peter Pan. And Pan is a particular energy of childlike spirit, essence, frolic, playfulness, right? I know Panic, shout out to Brother Panic, right? And that particular energy is of love, of helping others, of, assisting. Then years ago, what year was that? I can't even remember. It was some years ago, though. I did the Michael Jackson and Hanuman decode when I told y'all Mike is actually Hanuman. And Michael Jackson and Hanuman, the reason why Michael Jackson and Hanuman, because his monkey Bubbles was a big play or a part of his life.
Message.
So in Michael Jackson's and Bubbles being one, essentially he was Hanuman. And let's look up what Hanuman is, shall we? Hanuman. Y'all go check out my Hanuman decode I did back in the day. Okay, check this out. Hold on, wait, see that? Okay, here you go. Hanuman, boom. It says, let me make it bigger for y'all. Okay, it says Hanuman, also known as Maruti, is a deity in Hinduism, revered as divine Banara and a devoted companion of the deity Rama. Central to the Ramayana, Hanuman is celebrated for his unwavering devotion to Rama and is considered a Shirarin. Okay, so basically what it's saying is, oh shoot, y'all can't even see that. Okay, well, basically what it's saying is Hanuman is basically a server of God. And this server of God is a protector. He's humble, he's compassionate, and he wants to serve God. And God is essentially his higher self. But he's serving God in the aspect of, you know what I'm saying, his dharma, which is he's creating his dharma by helping others, right? That's his whole mission, Hanuman, the monkey god. You feel me? Don't worry, we're gonna get to Glorilla and all of that, baby. I can't make it up. You know how Dream gets.
Message.
So boom, the monkey god, Hanuman, right, is the one that's on the ground, beating his feet, making things happen. And essentially, Hanuman is Michael Jackson because Mike made things happen through his music and through creating a Neverland ranch for the kids to come and escape the tyranny of the Mountain Dews. So now we got to understand to the core that Hanuman also went out to save Sita, right? I don't even know. I don't even got to read this. I just know it. So Sita, right, is the goddess, a mother goddess, but then also she has children. So essentially, Hanuman was saving Sita and the children from tyranny and from being, how would you say, abducted or possessed into bondage.
Message.
Go see the movie Hannah. I think the movie was called Hanuman. Go see the movie Hanuman. They made one not too long ago, and I was like, damn, they really showed the whole story real quick. I think it was called Hanuman. It was pretty good. It was, you know, it's something to watch. It was all right, but you know what I'm saying, they still portrayed kind of what Hanuman was, and he was a fighter. So in this Hanuman movie, he had the boxing gloves on and he was ready to get down. You feel me? And he still saved the day in maneuvering and getting people out of harm's way. So Michael Jackson is a very important energy and important figure in them particular times when all this Epstein stuff was happening.
Message.
And boy, oh boy, and you know, 50 is that number. And, you know, everybody come down here for a particular reason. And his particular reason was bigger than just music. He literally was Archangel Michael. And then he was also Hanuman. Understand that to the core, family. I cannot make it up. Mike, the great Mike, is Hanuman. Go do some more research on Hanuman and understand how him, Bubbles, and Michael Jackson correlate. Speaking of monkeys, Glorilla, and Brorilla. God damn. Now look, before I get into them, man, shout out to the family that all came out to the event, man. It was a fire event. We had a great time, powerful time. Pictures are coming, videos are coming. Man, that new Love Life event was something amazing. A lot of love, a lot of laughter, a lot of networking and building, and we made some connection, baby.
Message.
You know who's gonna happen? Dream works. The dream works. So I was, thrilled that the event went so fire on the Lovers Day. And man, we just had a good time. So y'all be on the lookout for the next one. Shout out to my bro guy, brother Yosef. Shout out to D-Ray. Shout out to my homegirl Taylor. We put our foot in that event and wait until the next one, baby. It go down again. Shout out to all of y'all that came through. You feel me? I was surprised. I see my nigga Luck there. I said, hey, baby, it go down. So you know what I'm saying? We want them kumbaya times and the moments. And you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all of y'all that had a great time and showed up and turned out. Glorilla. I got to talk about this because it came through. And, sometimes when we see these particular symbols, we got to understand that Glorilla and Brorilla is saying, hey, look a little bit deeper, look a little bit more into the energy, what's actually happening, right? Now, like I was telling y'all before, animalistic energies, right, versus spiritual energies. Animalistic energy versus spiritual energy. So a lot of times these zoo types, what we call them, these animals are anthropomorphized into ideas and concepts about energy, right? And there's an animal side and a spirit side. The animal side is, the eating, fucking, and the, living in this place of this earthly thing, right? The human. And then the spiritual side is you being above the fray, you moving with creativity, you moving with your passions, you moving with your dharma. So Glorilla is a great example, and Brorilla, of the survival mode energy, which is Brorilla, and the spirit energy, which is Glorilla. I can't make it up. I'm just telling you what it is. So Brorilla has been making viral hits and messages in the aspect of survival mode. She owe me some money. She gotta pay me. I was with her in the trenches. Nigga, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. What the fuck? And we gotta understand that to the core. Like, these people be thinking that you owe them something based off of you made it out, you did your dharma, you did your big one, right? And now they just got their hand out because your mama had sex with another nigga. Nigga, we don't even got the same daddy, nigga. Get your bitch ass out of my face. I don't owe you a motherfucking thing. And because you asking, now I really ain't gonna give it to you. Get your sabbat. See, this is how important it is to understand that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And if you're not doing the human experience thing, then sometimes you're not going to even tap into the spirit of it. Because again, motion is the only thing down here that you need to be moving into.
Message.
Look, I can't make it up. In Atlantis and Lemuria, we were etheric beings, right? And this etheric being was above the earth realm. So we were still in this illusionary construct, but we were having aspects of astral realm experience and earth realm experience, but we was etheric, right? So it wasn't as physical and dense as such. As the vibratory rate slowed down, we separated ourselves into two, masculine and feminine. And the masculine side is archetype of, okay, let's see what we can survey on this earth realm and see if we can find the feminine again. Let's see if I can find my feminine again, right? So essentially, it's a big game we're playing with ourselves. But in the game, there's also a game within the game that you have to develop in the aspect of what can I do down here in the physical to learn something new? What can I grow into to understand myself a little bit more deeper? So essentially, when you are when you're on the earth realm, which we are on, you have to beat them feet to have spiritual experiences. I was talking to this about the new Love Life event. I said, look, Shiva went through the forest. The forest was nothing but food, wine, the goddesses, they all naked, Shiva naked. And the naked is just the freedom. You got the freedom to express yourself however you want. It's your choice. You got the choice, Neo, right? So Shiva, his first go around in the forest, he having sex, he fucking, he getting some head, he eating all the food he want, he drinking his wine, he doing him. You feel me? He going through that forest like, man, Kaya Bunga, he's in the whole mission. He just loving the forest. You feel me? Boom. He get back to Brahma and say, hey, Brahma, yeah, hey, you see me? I'm doing my thing down there. Brahma tells him, he say, yeah, okay, you doing your thing, but I got something bigger than all that stuff you doing. They just giving it up. You just getting whatever kind of pussy and food and eating and all of that stuff you want. I got something bigger on the mountain that I know you ain't going to get to because you can't get through the forest. Brahma challenged him. Shiva was like, nigga, I can get through the forest. Fuck that forest. That shit ain't shit. You feel me? I already did it. I'm good. Brahma's like, yeah, all right, nigga. If you can get to this forest, then shit, you'll have something bigger, way bigger and better than all that stuff you doing in the forest. Now Shiva said, okay, well, bet. I'm gonna try it. And yeah, you're gonna try, but you ain't gonna succeed. So Shiva got in his bag, he went through the forest, he seen all the food, the wines, the girls, the music, everything. He like, damn, this shit hard. They coming out, I'm shaking titties and everything, ass showing, like, damn, fat ass too, you know, natural, no BBL, you feel me? No BBL state. They seeing all Shiva got a tunnel vision and focus. You feel me? It's getting hard. Feel me? He feeling tempted. But sure enough, Shiva says, fuck it. I'm breaking through. And he broke through that forest. And then through the forest, after he got through the glamour part of it, he had to still climb a mountain. Not the Caucasus Mountain, but he still had to climb a mountain. And in him climbing that mountain, at the top was Shakti or Pravati, which is also Shakti. And at the top, he climbed that mountain, struggling hard. Oh, man, this is a tough climb. But once he got to the top of it, he got to Shakti, and they became one mind, and he became enlightened.
Message.
So that's you, family. That's you. You are climbing this mountain. You are on this earth realm, trying to get past the glamour, trying to get past the materialism of this thing, trying to move past in a disciplined fashion to understand that, yeah, you got the choice. Brahma, the creator guy said, nigga, you got the choice. You know, you can fuck off, right? You can fuck off, sleep with any girl, like you try to hit or whatever, right? Eat whatever food you want, drink all the drink you want, smoke all the weed you want, Pornhub, right? Niggas jacking off every day. Don't got no niggas. Niggas stroking they shit every day, 2 times, 3 times a day. God damn. No discipline, just the goyim, just a goddamn cesspool. Just a big, what's that movie called? What's that movie called? Oh, it's a new movie too. With that big dude, and they in a cave or something, and he eating all the food and wine and shit. Damn, what's that movie called, y'all? I know y'all got it, dog. Titus, you might know what I'm talking about. Damn. It's a new movie. I seen part 1. I think there's like 3 parts already. Somebody put it in the comments when y'all see it. So understand, right? Like, hey, you didn't come down here to just fuck off. You came down here to discipline yourself in a particular fashion that's going to shift you into a new, that's going to transform you into gold, that's going to transform you into God. And that enlightened state is part of you becoming a new mind, one mind with your masculine and feminine energy conjoined, right? Remember, you don't have to look at it as a physical story, what I was telling you, Shakti Shiva. It's just your masculine and feminine, Pina and Pingala, Kundalini energy rising to the top to become enlightened and to become God. That takes work. That takes discipline. That takes saying no to particular things that doesn't serve you and saying yes to the things that's going to help you grow and to become enlightened. So in this Glorilla in understanding that I'm seeing, right? I see it all. I'm just looking at it. I said, oh, okay, survival mode versus the glow up. The animal side versus the spiritual side. Glorilla put in her work. She did her big one by tapping into her music, even if it was low vibrational. I'm a F-U-C-E, fuck nigga free. Ha. And basically, she is fuck nigga free, especially from Glorilla. Goddamn. And a gorilla just means strength, intelligence, communication, tranquility, gentleness, family, and unity. But look, your family and your unity doesn't have to be tied to a proximity sibling.
Sorry, bye.
These proximity siblings don't even fuck with you. They didn't even like you when you was a child. Now all of a sudden they got their hand out because you did your big one and you followed your dharma and you making music that feels good to you.
Message.
No, nigga. Get it on your own. Beat your own 2 feet. All that butch talking shit. She sound crazy than a bitch. Yeah, no, yeah, sure. Nah, I just want 2,500. Nigga, if you don't get your OnlyFans prostitute head ass, nigga, what kind of 2,500? Nigga, what the hell kind of shit is that? What you gonna buy with 2,500? Give me 25, I would have been. And then Glorilla should have just sent her 25. Like, her nigga. That's all you want, huh? What's your Cash App? The Cash App limit is 3,000. She asking for 2,500. You know that's some animalistic ass shit. Instead of saying, hey, Glow, how can I help? How can I serve? How can I be a part of this thing? I love what you got going on. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, a sense of service if you would allow me. See how that changes, how that shifts? Oh yeah, come on, sis. Shit, you know, you can be my bodyguard. They won't even never see you coming. Be my bodyguard. I'm gonna just let you carry this pepper spray and this little 9 and stuff, and you be my bodyguard on the side. You feel me? You just walking, mobbing. And yeah, I could do that bodyguard. You feel me? Ha! Chaos of the blood, baby. So shout out to Glorilla, man. And I love seeing her in the All-Star game, Celebrity All-Star game, with her small little ass. God damn, she's short. God damn. Fire Horse Energy is tomorrow, family. Fire Horse Energy is tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. I know everybody's been talking about it so far this year, but it's here. 2026, the Fire Horse Energy is here. And I want the family to intentionally, deliberately go into tomorrow with a plan of action. I can't make it up. You have to go into the tomorrow with a plan of action.
Message.
Tomorrow is a huge day, a lunar day, which you can tap into your energy, your subconscious mind, right? In the aspect of the lunar gods or the lunar energy thing, right? Boom. Now, if we understand that the hidden or the darkness is that subconscious mind, and we understand that these animals, zoomorphite animals, are explaining energy inside of us, Now we got to do what we got to do is tap into the energy and be deliberate about our ritual. Remember, a ritual is essentially you expressing to your subconscious mind, hey, I'm about this business. I'm about this work. A ritual is you putting forth the effort to tap into your alpha, damn near theta state, and impregnate your subconscious mind with a new transmission, a new reality for you. So nobody else can do it for you because you're the only one in control of this thing. You're going to have to do it for yourself. And you're going to have to understand that some of these days that line up spiritually is important for you to jumpstart the day with a ritual or something intentional to tripwire your energy into a new
Message.
So I can't make it up, family. Just go for it. Go for yours tomorrow with this fire horse energy. And it says in Chinese astrology, the horse represents freedom, confidence, and movement. The fire elements adds passion, ambition, and powerful momentum. A vibrant year begins on February 17, 2026. So, the passion is very, very important to understand, right? You have to be passionate about something you're doing down here. You can't be passionate about these Epstein Islands and stuff of that nature, right? You got to be passionate about your journey and your particular mission down here, your purpose driven down here. Why did you come here? You came here for a particular reason. You came here to express something, to learn something new out of that expression.
Message.
You have the freedom and the assurance to do it. But if you're stuck in this illusionary thing called fear, then essentially false evidence appearing real, then essentially you're going to keep on being a shell of yourself because essentially you're just falling into something that's not real, which is fear. Remember, you're going to transition. When you transition, you're going back to your greatest greatness, to the bliss state. You came here to see if you can climb this mountain and overcome things that you didn't understand in the bliss realm, in the astral realms, in your soul being realm. So whenever you do feel uncomfortable and whenever you do feel kind of out of place while you're carrying out your mission, essentially that is good. Because again, it's teaching you something that you wasn't feeling in your transition state. I can't make it up. I'm just telling you what it is. You got to fall in love with the discomfort, fall in love with the pain, fall in love with the hurt. Because essentially you came down here to learn that particular experience and to overcome it so you can be enlightened and understand that it wasn't that big of a deal anyway.
Message.
So one thing I want the family to do tomorrow is definitely tap into the fire element. You must use fire. I want you to burn something. You can burn ancestor money. You can burn particular papers that you write on, right? Burn something up, write you a note or to yourself, right? And then burn it in your cauldron. You can also do the candle magic. Light a candle and scry into the candle. Right, that's a very important one as well, right? Scry into the candle about something that you want to see yourself in motion with tomorrow. You feel me? Very, very important. Very, very important to do that, right? And use use this element of fire to get your car, your horsepower driving and in motion into the new. So another aspect of it, tomorrow in the Patreon, I'm diving deep into the fire horse, deeper. One, we're going to do a guided meditation by Dreamwise yourself. Yes, me. Yep. I'm going to do a guided meditation for the family. But two, we're going to talk about the divine whore and this and this Alex Cross thing, man. I can't make it up. I just speak. God. But we're going to talk about the divine horror and the Shivatism aspect of all of these things, because spirit keep on showing signs and symbols. And I'm going to do this every Tuesday on the Patreon, family, so be on the lookout. It's called Cipher Tuesdays. So today is Esoteric Monday to Cipher Tuesdays. Patreon family, stand up. If you want to get down with the family, sign up and come fuck with your God.
Message.
Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. I love and appreciate y'all, man. Love and appreciate y'all, man. And hey, look, tomorrow, don't miss this opportunity. Don't miss this portal by not getting you a candle. God damn. God damn. Get you a candle, family. Get you a candle, and you know what I'm saying? And make that candle work for you in a particular way of passion, courage, strength, your fire horse. Love and appreciate y'all, family. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace to the gods.